Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader Guide. In this case, we got Pasqal build for the Infinite Museion DLC version of the game 1.6 and beyond. So, summer of 2026 and beyond. Pasqal, in my case, received drastic changes from all of my previous builds on Pasqal. It still works on previous builds with Plasma Rifle, and how I played Pasqal with Assassin, Melee, Plasma Rifle, Sniper, and so on. But this time, we play Pasqal with an Arc Rifle. Pasqal is, by far, with this build, the strongest companion in the game during Act 1 and during Act 2. Falls off a bit during Act 3, then in Act 4 falls off a bit more, and in Act 5 he becomes normal, I would say balanced. But Pasqal is Omega carry in Prologue, Act 1, Act 2. Later on, you don't care that much because Argenta will sweep everything, or Cassia, or your main Rogue Trader. But Pasqal carries hard with Arc Rifle build. Let's see how it is. Itemization on Pasqal. Any melee weapon of the Omnissiah, okay, any X of the Omnissiah, the better, the more damage, the more arm pen, the better, but you won't use it as often. This is bread and butter. Arc Rifle. The higher the damage on Arc Rifle as you play and the higher armor penetration, that's the one you wanna equip, and that's the one how you gonna smack enemies. Okay, Arc Rifle is completely insane at the start of the game. For the helmet, we're gonna use Pinpointing Visor. Anything that gonna give Pasqal ballistics, crit, chance to hit, that's the helmet you wanna equip. For the armor, we can keep him in medium armor, or you can opt in for power armor and equip power armor on Pasqal, but you'll need to strategize a bit for that. The armor I'm talking about is the Dragon Scale Power Armor, and it was made for a melee Pasqal. Considering this is an Arc Rifle build, that's why I say he profits more out of the Voidsman armor, because it gives him perception, overall better chance to hit, and plus it has solid armor, yeah, minus the crazy deflection from the power armor. So have in mind, when you wanna play with this power armor, then we have to switch for Pasqal melee build. We're doing an arc. So, for the trinket, we want metronome, all characteristics when you stand still, and you always want to bury deep in the cover with Pasqal and stand still for those extra characteristics. Arc Rifle will hurt like crazy. For the second trinket, it's Touch of the Omnissiah. Makes sense to put that on Pasqal. It also works on a new companion, Iogun, but in this case, we're gonna use it on Pasqal. For the trinket, the entire party gains 7% to dodge. Everyone benefits out of this trinket. I had to put it on someone, and Pasqal was the best option here. If you have some other option for this amulet, then sure, go with ballistics on amulet, perception on amulet, more damage with Arc Rifle or something like that. It doesn't matter what amulet you equip. I believe this one is the best on Pasqal. For the gloves, current amplifiers, they give more damage with Arc Rifles. Simple as that. And for the cape, cloak, if you can call it like this is emergency injector. It gives Pasqal literally extra life. For the boots, it's Caligula's and Keith. Action points, flat boots, very good to have, because you're gonna use Heroic Act nearly always in combat with Pasqal, because you wanna trigger ulti with Pasqal with an Arc Rifle whenever you can. This is an Operative, Overseer, Eagle, Exemplar, Pasqal. Let's begin with the Operative. First thing we're gonna get would be Analyze Enemies into Tech Use. Then we're gonna get Expose Weakness into Dismantling Attack, into the Passive Learning. After that, it's Perception into the Scanner Mechindrite. Then it would be Pulse Amplifier. We begin with Arc, because very early on you're gonna get Arc Rifle on Pasqal, into Perception. Then we're gonna take Perfect Spot, because we wanna make hits with that Arc Rifle, yeah, into the Tech Use. Then we're gonna take Echo Pulse for the Arc Rifle into the Residual Charge for the Arc Rifle. At this point, Pasqal becomes completely insane with damage during Act 1. For the next level, we're gonna take Dismantling Attack, ulti upgrade number 2, into Awareness again, into Intelligence. Then we're gonna take Tides of Excellence into the Medicae, and we finish with Precise Attack into the Overcloaking module. Then we're gonna take Staggering Jolt into Ballistics into It Will Not Die, and we finish with ulti upgrade number 1. And now we transfer to the Overseer. We pick an Eagle. Pasqal and Eagle deal a lot of AoE damage. And now from this point it's pretty much simple. We're gonna go with Blinding Strike, the best Eagle ability in a game, and you're gonna use it often. Into the Rite of Calibration, into the Overcharge, then Action Point Power Spike, into Perception. We're taking Liturgy of Insulation for Arc Rifle, into Perception, and then we're gonna take Strafe for the Eagle, into the Tech Use, then we're gonna take Energy Accumulation, into Ballistics, into Persistence of the Forge, then we're gonna take Sharpened Talons, into Ballistics, into Awareness, then we're gonna take ulti upgrade number 1 on the Overcharge, then we're gonna take Enhanced Augmetics for the characteristics on Familiar, then we're gonna take Machine Spirit Communion. After that, we're taking Intelligence, into the Tech Use, into the Strategic Adaptation, then we're gonna take Disposition Analysis, into Medicae Mechanic, into Intelligence, then Medicae. We finish off with Bloody Mark, into Exposing Communion, and ulti upgrade number 2. And now to the main part of the game, that would be the Exemplar. Yeah, so for the Exemplar, Perfection Under Fire would be the first Exemplar talent. Then we're gonna take Fresh Target. After that, we're using Tech Use into the Wind Currents. Then it's Ballistics into Aiming Protocols. Then we're gonna take Intimidation into the Tech Use. After that, Know It All for the Exemplar. Pasqal benefits a lot out of Know It All into Emergency Protocol. Then it's Perception into Weak Body, Weak Soul. After that, we're taking Advanced Tracking for the Eagle. Then it's Perception into Manipulator Push if someone gets close to Pasqal. Then we're gonna take a High Resistance into the Medicae, into Cataclysm. After that, we're taking Action Point Power Spike Increase into Ballistics Calculation, and then Medicae. After that, we're taking Combat Insight into Medicae. We finish up with Tenacious Talons into Strength. Then, on the next level, Ballistic Skills into Medicae. Then it's Pinpoint Accuracy on Pasqal for the Exemplar within Sniper Expertise. Then we're gonna take Swift Shadow into the Logic. Then it's a Joint Offense into Swift Movements, and Consolidation for extra movement points into Toughness. And then we're gonna take Tipping Point into Instant Exposure. We finish off with Action Point Power Spike Increase. If you think how you lack movement points, switch Advanced Tracking for Consolidation. So Consolidation comes here, Advanced Tracking comes here. Now let's check Augmetics on Pasqal, which is the most important one, the one we galvanized, and that would be a Somatic Weapon Optimizer MK2. Until you find MK2, you play with any weapon optimizer cause you want that benefit for Arc Rifle. Now as far as the vertebral, it goes with Biomechanical Skeletal Link, and that's literally locked on Pasqal, as well as Analytics System. Yeah. For the optical insertion, we use MK1 Cerebral Holo-Ocular. Then for the cortical insertion, we're gonna use Cerebral Inverter. Then for the synaptic, it's already there on Pasqal. Machine Spirit Banishment ability. And corporal is already there. Just make sure that you galvanize Weapon Optimizer. Arc Rifle belongs to Exotics. Have that in mind. And it provides chance to inflict a random common negative effect for a round when you hit with Arc. And you gotta shoot a lot with Arc. How do we play Pasqal? Early game. So, Act 1, you analyze and you shoot. Or you analyze, you expose weakness and you shoot. Or you analyze, use Machine Spirit Communion and you shoot. If you fight against mechs, use Machine Spirit Banishment. If all of this doesn't apply, and if you have a good cover, first you go into the perfect spot, then you trigger the precise attack, and then you analyze, and then you shoot. Okay, during Act 2, Act 3, you're gonna get an Eagle. Yeah, so you do everything the same like I said over here. You go into cover, perfect spot, precise attack, ram them with the Eagle, and then shoot. You won't damage your Eagle with Arc Rifle. because of the talents where you cannot damage allies with your weapons, basically. Okay, so what you want to use on the Eagle as the first and mandatory attack is a blinding strike. Make sure that you hit multiple enemies at once, only and only if enemies are aligned, okay, one straight line, then you're gonna use strafe as the opening. In all other cases, you're gonna use blinding strike. Also, what you gotta have in mind is that Eagle can also attack with obstruct vision. Alright, so once you use soaring, once you shoot, once you analyze and whatnot, and you have like an action, 2 action points remaining, whack them with obstruct vision. The ult we're gonna use most often is always, when available on Pasqal, insta dismantling attack on enemies. Because it's that powerful on arc rifle, it's absolutely nuts with all the debuffs and the damage Pasqal is gonna deal. Pasqal, with this build, crits non-stop. Non-stop. What we do in the Omega late game, everything that I said for Act 1, 2, 3, now you're gonna apply movement from consolidation, and that's about it. You can also intimidate from time to time if there is a boss fight. If not, just use what I told you to use and you're perfectly fine with Pasqal. You'll see how OP he is at the mid of Act 1, believe it or not. Pasqal, for me at least on my run, easily carried the final boss of Act 1. Alone, he's freaking nuts. The best change in a game ever. And I offer a drastically different build now compared to the previous builds on Pasqal, which is also great. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next one.